And here's another question about the power clean. Question about training power in the clean. Since the speed of the display of strength is mostly genetically determined, as you pointed out and was expanded on in an essay on the website, I wanted to ask if you'd be able to expand on what you've said about training the clean. That it is a scalable way to keep power production current with increasing strength. Yes. What exactly is being trained? If the time part of the power equation is fairly constant, what exactly changes with the training of the clean? It is, probably the best way to explain that would be that at that stage of your training history, when you're doing you're in the process of taking your deadlift from 225 up to 495. All right. The power clean assumes a role that is really quite similar to practice, in that you are practicing your explosion. And as your strength goes up, if you clean with an increasing squat and deadlift, then you're going to be more accustomed to and familiar with and comfortable with exploding at higher force production levels. And that's the best way to explain it. Power clean teaches lots and lots of stuff. It teaches the positions. It teaches a more complicated, longer movement pattern. It teaches you to keep your back tight during a faster movement through that back angle than you produce during than you produce during a deadlift. It teaches you to pull with straight arms, which is useful for the deadlift. It teaches you to rack the bar faster. It teaches you to do things precisely the same way every time, because it's a complicated movement pattern. It needs to be reproduced more accurately, because the longer the range of motion, the longer the kinetic chain, the more things that can go wrong in the kinetic chain. And the power clean forces you to pay closer attention to the positions that your body is in, from the floor all the way up to lockout with a barbell on your shoulders. It's a more technically challenging movement than a deadlift. And it's good to do technically challenging things. The power snatch is an even more important version of that same principle. You need to do the power clean and the power snatch if you can. There's not any reason to not incorporate them into your training. You need to get the equipment, you need to do them.